Hello, it's a rather foggy old Tuesday the 18th. I'm FxPlew and this is the market brief. So Jeremy Hunt was on, the new Chancellor of the Exchequer announced his own mini budget yesterday where he reversed many of Kwarteng's tax cuts. While Kwarteng has, of course, shouldered the blame for his mini budget and indeed lost his job over it, Truss was very much involved and very much approved of it all. And that's led to a number of questions over who's actually running the country right now. Indeed, when Truss was late to the House of Commons yesterday, Penny Mordaunt was rather humiliated, having to defend suggestions that Truss was, in fact, hiding under her desk after some pretty strong political chat and banter across the aisle. However, while Hunt has not quite filled the £64 billion hole in the country's balance sheet, it has been reduced and the long-term interest markets rallied, signalling their approval. As such, it looks a lot less likely that the Bank of England will need to add to the £19.3 billion injected to the market in order to steady the ship. There have, of course, been calls for Truss to resign, and no doubt others are plotting privately to oust her, so she probably has about 2 weeks before the financial statement at month end in order to restore her credibility and the faith of the party if she is to survive this shambles. It's tough at the top. The market gave Hunt's plans a tentative nod of approval and sterling flirted with 114, reaching 114.30 against the dollar before we slipped back to about 113.60 where we opened this morning. We're at 115.35 against the euro and euro dollar is around 98.50. Now, it's not all plain sailing with stateside politics either. The midterms are due in less than a month and the Democrats are facing a pretty tough time of it all. They face accusations that the rise in inflation is due to the blanket support provided by the administration's pandemic payouts to the public. And while the economic slowdown and the recession that is expected early next year is actually a result of wider global issues, politically it has been laid firmly at Biden's White House door, so they may well lose some ground in November. Meanwhile, it looks like some Fed members may be having second thoughts over how big the next rate hike should be, as several members have been strangely quiet ahead of the next meeting. The market has taken this as a sign that they may cool their jets, especially as projections point to the employment market cooling as well. We have the Fed meeting in the same week as non-farm payrolls in November, but the Fed will certainly see a copy of the data beforehand. So if you do happen to know any Fed members, be sure to tap them up ahead of the sweepstake, and indeed do share the fun. It's been quite literally years since I've had any sniff of the trophy, so do give us a hand. Right, that's it from me. Join me again tomorrow.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.